Today, I'm going to show you the easiest way to make as many tickets as possible, plus the best route for trick-or-treating in the new Bloxburg Halloween update. Hey glossettes, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Now today, I'm going to talk you through the best ways to get tickets and how to make sure you're getting the most tickets possible, as well as of course a trick-or-treating map route to make it much easier to drive around to people's plots. Now starting with all the ways you can make tickets, you can of course trick-or-treat, in which you can collect tickets from every player's plot every 5 minutes. You can also ghost hunt for tickets, as well as completing the daily potion quest, and finally finding the daily special candy bowl that gives you a big ticket bonus. But there's also a couple ways to increase your ticket amount when doing these things too. But let's start with trick-or-treating and the best way to trick-or-treat. Now to trick-or-treat, you need to walk up to someone's plot and click on their trick-or-treating candy bowl, which gives you 25 tickets every time. There's 12 plots on the entire map, 4 being in Riverside, 4 on Bloxie Acres, 2 at Sunset Point, and 2 at Lakeview Heights. So in total, by collecting from each plot, you will get 300 tickets each time, because we have 25 12 times. And in between each candy collection, you also have to wait 5 minutes until the candy refreshes. So one loop of the entire map gives you 300 tickets every 5 minutes. Now a lot of you that aren't that familiar with the new map yet are struggling with the best route to actually go around to all the different neighborhoods, and this is where my friends Askerly and Girl Meets Bloxburg actually come in to help. They've both made this map route which is perfect for trick-or-treating, and I'm actually going to show you through it now. But Askerly's TikTok will also be linked down below, as well as Girl Meets Bloxburg's YouTube channel, so please go check them out, especially as Girl does a lot of Bloxburg streams and I think farming with other players for tickets. The map is also on screen now if you'd like to screenshot it, but I'm also going to pop this now into the top corner and take you around the route myself to show you how to go around it. Okay, now I have just hopped into a public server so you can actually see me doing this with other people's plots, but I'm starting at Riverside and I'm gonna basically tour you around the entire route. And the biggest kind of tip I have for this is to get the fastest vehicle possible so that you can obviously drive around and do this mega quickly. I have the motorbike because this is, in my opinion, the best one. But we are gonna start over here at Riverside, and this is the first plot on Riverside. So we can go over here and we can very quickly take their tickets. We can drive to the next one, take their tickets, we can take this one as well. But then once you've taken all the tickets on Riverside, what you actually want to do is drive down here as if you're going down to the town. But the town would actually slow us down if we drove straight through there because of the speed limit. So to avoid the speed limit, what you want to do is you want to turn right and head towards the beach, and we are going to completely cheat our way around the speed limit. We are actually going to go onto the beach and we are going to go down into the water, because you can actually drive your cars under the water without getting stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the town and across here. There we go, we're going past the town. We are going to go all the way down until we actually reach the beach plots, which are slowly loading in down here. So you want to keep going past. When you see this blue bridge, you want to go around this way. This is actually the most genius route I've ever seen. And then you will see the beach plots here. So what we're going to do is we are going to drive up the back of these, and you are now on the beach plots. Now no one actually has a plot spawned in the server I'm in, but what you would do is you would go to the beach plots and you would take the candy from these two, just keep driving down. You get this one as well, and then once these ones were all done, you want to turn around and you want to head towards the blue bridge that we've just kind of driven past like this, and then we are gonna drive along here and we are gonna go all the way to here as if we're heading towards the water tower. Then when you see the Bloxie Acres sign here, we are gonna turn right and we are gonna head into Bloxie Acres to collect our next lot of tickets. So if we drive up here, we of course have all of Bloxie Acres, so I'm just gonna take all the tickets from these plots. Oh, this is a very cute house. I keep missing them. Okay, here we go. We got these ones. We're gonna take all of these, and there we go. We have completed Bloxie Acres, which means we only have one estate left, which is the kind of Lakeview Heights. So what you want to do for this one is head straight out of Bloxie Acres down the other side towards the mountain, and then once you get to this road, we are gonna then turn left and we are gonna head up here, up this road here on the left, not the one that kind of goes in the mountain, just this one on the side so you can see the school and things. And then what we're gonna do is we are just gonna keep going until we reach it where it's kind of going up this little bit. Here we go, and once you get to the top, it will take you to Lakeview Heights. So if we turn in here, there is no plots here either, but you would then collect the tickets from these two plots. And once you've done that, we are going to turn around and go back the way we came, but instead we are going to go across the big kind of dam road here. So we are going to turn right and go across this. Oh my gosh, there's like giant spiders on it. I do not like that at all, but we're just going to keep going, and then you will be able to see that the road kind of curves down. So I'm just going to kind of skip it, go down here and take this road here. So this will then take you across this big bridge, going all the way over here. And if you actually look, we are now back at Riverside. So we're back where we started, and that's basically how you do the trick trick-or-treating loop that ACNH and Girl Meets Bloxburg came up with, which is absolutely genius. So that is a very effective way to go around trick-or-treating. So that is the best way to go around the entire map and collect the tickets from trick-or-treating, but there's also a couple ways to actually get more tickets from trick-or-treating too. Now, if you open the event tab, it has a costume store button, and when you click this, it takes you to the new spooky Halloween store in town that is actually in place of fancy furniture. If you go inside, you'll see this, which says today's themes and then a costume theme, and the whole store is full of different costumes in different categories that you can buy for 350 tickets. Now, the purpose of these costumes, besides looking fabulous, is that when you wear the correct theme costume each day, for example, today's theme is fairy tale costumes when I'm filming this, you'll actually get more tickets when trick-or-treating, as explained in these little pictures here. So trick-or-treating without a costume gives you 25 per candy bowl, but if you wear the costume, you actually get 5 extra tickets, which means you get 30 instead. So instead of 300 per loop of the map, that now gives you 360 tickets per loop of the map if you wear a costume. Also, if you're playing with other people and you all trick-or-treat together in a group with the costumes on, you get even more tickets. You actually get another 5 extra tickets when there's players around you with these costumes, so that would be 35 tickets in total every single time you get candy from a bowl, which would add up to 420 tickets per loop of the map too. So these costumes and also playing with other players offers you a great bonus. Like I said, you can get 300 tickets every 5 minutes without any costumes, or 360 with costumes and 420 with costumes and with other people around you in the costumes too. And this is of course every 5 minutes, but if you went trick-or-treating for an hour in total, going around the map every 5 minutes, that would be 3,600 tickets every hour without costumes, 4,320 with costumes but by yourself, and 5,040 tickets per hour with costumes and with someone else in a costume with you. Now, the final thing to do with trick-or-treating, which is actually a huge bonus, is when people trick-or-treat on your plot, you actually get 10 tickets. This is really helpful if you're in a neighborhood, for example, and you manage to get a plot. A lot of you don't actually realize there's a huge public neighborhoods list, so if you click on neighborhoods and then click on this button, you can see a huge list of public neighborhoods which go up to 75 players, way bigger than the normal public servers. So if you manage to get a plot in one of these, or you have your own neighborhood that you've set to public, which will then automatically put it on this list, people can join, and if there's like 74 other players in a server, that means 74 people trick-or-treating on your plot, which gives you 740 extra tickets every 5 minutes. That's if there's 74 people trick-or-treating every 5 minutes. But you get what I mean. If you manage to get a spot in one of these public neighborhoods, especially the ones that are now titled as trick-or-treating or Halloween event, people will be farming tickets and trick-or-treating on your plot all the time. Moving on to the special candy bowl, what this is each town building now has its own candy bowl outside, but they're all empty except for one of them every day that does have candy in it, which is the special candy bowl that actually gives you more candy than usual. Now, the first day was at Mike's Motors, and the special bowl actually gives you 125 tickets extra each day, but it's definitely worth collecting, and I will be doing a daily video on how to find each one, as well as a tutorial on how to do the ghost potion quests every day. But that's basically everything you need to know about how to trick-or-treat the most effectively, so let's move on to what I just mentioned, which is the daily ghost potion. Now, this is basically the Halloween equivalent of the elf hunt, honestly. Each day, a ghost will spawn around the Plenty of Pumpkins event plot and will request that you make them a potion out of an item, but they don't tell you what the item is, they just give you a riddle. When you successfully brew the potion and give it back to the ghost, you actually get a reward, and this alternates between 2,000 cash and 250 tickets, very similar to the elf hunt, so every single day it will either be one of those two. But this is another very decent daily quest to stay on top of, especially for the Bloxburg bonus. If you look at the kind of potion quest thing in the event tab, you'll actually see there's like a streak and some Bloxburgs the more you do, so it's definitely worth doing. But finally, moving on to the last way to gain tickets, we have the ghost hunting. Ghost hunting is of course the ghost hunting minigame where you're either a ghost that has to hide around the map or a hunter which has to hunt the ghost. If you don't know how to play, then ghosts can actually click to hide as objects in this arena, and they can't actually be captured whilst they're an object, but they can only hide like this for a few seconds until they turn back into a ghost again, and then can be captured if not hidden. You can collect a maximum of 250 tickets per ghost hunting round, and each round lasts a maximum of 3 minutes and 25 seconds, but can finish earlier if all the ghosts have been found by the hunters. You then have to wait another couple minutes in between the rounds for a new round to start, so I'd say one round, and kind of like the waiting period maybe takes 5 minutes in total, very similar to trick or treating, but this means every 5 minutes you can make a max of 250 tickets from the minigame. And this is another great way to earn tickets, especially if you need a break from trick or treating, because it's super fun, especially to play with friends. But that's pretty much all of the methods to gain tickets. They're definitely a lot easier than last year and are really fun to grind with friends. Once again, a huge shout out to ACNH and Girl Meets Bloxburg for the trick or treating route. All their stuff will be linked down below. But that's all for today's video, so make sure you subscribe for daily videos on the ghost potion and how to make them, and where the daily candy bowl is too. I'll be doing tons of videos on how to do every everything in these events. But I love you all so much, glossettes, and I will see you all later. XOXO, Glossy Girl.